Okay, so in my last video, which was some photography that I did, these ones I showed different art that I had done and installed around the area. And so now I've got a new project, and over here I've got some canvases and some different paints and brushes, and actually got some spray paints just to give it a background color on the canvas, and some acrylic paints there, and some brushes and things. But all right, so outside we have the first step completed here, and looks like this, just black, right? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go inside and we're going to grab some paints and we're gonna take it from there. But I've been doing painting in an area where it's not gonna harm anything. The rain's just gonna wash it away. We just did a found furniture piece with the same kind of technique. So what I essentially do is just, here we go. So little splotches, right? A little texture there. And a little stuff in here. Maybe just kind of do the blue on more of one side, right, than the other, right? And then we're gonna go like that, and then right, and then another similar kind of thing right here. And then a splotch. All right, so the cool thing about this, now that leaves a little room. Little line. And then another splotch. And then another line, just a faint line. Actually make it thicker, and only just because I don't want it to look like so much like spray paint. In the middle, all right, that's cool. That all looks pretty cool. Right here, there, and there. And try to do like filler there, up and down, there, up and down, side to side, there. All right, there, up and down, there, up and down, side to side, there. All right, up anything. Now that is up against some twigs and stuff, but honestly, like, it doesn't really matter that much because it'll just give it character. So, all right, so we're gonna let that dry for like 30 minutes. Careful here, but splotches that go down, and each of them is a little bit more paint than the next one furthest down. So I'm just gonna go about half of what I just did with that one, which is about right there. And the names of the artists that the painting is a tribute to. So this is the last color, blue, and I think I'm gonna actually make this one the most. So out of all of the brush for edges, and just the ends of these two brushes I'm gonna use for swirls. So these 3 cups and a cup of water to clean the brushes with. Try to fill it nice and full. As full as I can anyway, without spilling everywhere. Because I'm gonna hold all 3 of them, all 4 of them at once. So be very careful not to spill any of these as I'm walking out. So wish me luck. And here we go. Boy, and we'll do some splotches on it with the edging brush afterwards as well. And here we go. Oh, we got a little bit of drip going on with those. And we're gonna now do what we did before. We're gonna go all the way back in the leaves, okay? So I gotta go as far back in the leaves as possible. As a matter of fact, we're gonna put it against that cinder block so we have a little bit of gravity working on it as we're doing it. So first things first, we're gonna put this water over here, okay? And I'm gonna start with the colors, and I'm gonna go from the one that drips the smallest to the one that drips the most. So that means essentially right to left, but what we'll do is we'll just do left first. So starting up on the top here, same spot for each one, okay? So right there, just like that. That's just gonna drip down all the way. See how that's doing? Gravity is doing the work. All right, now the second most plentiful color is the green, but I guess it's gonna be uneven, so we're gonna do red next. I want to do, actually I do want to do, well, we'll do the red next, but we'll do it here. So right here, starting on the very top, okay? Let it drip down as far as it goes. See how it drips down less? That's what I want. Okay, now green. I'm gonna do from right here, okay? Boom, so that we still see some of that yellow. We're done with it all, okay? Green is gonna go further than the red because we put more of it, right? That's fine. Okay. Now, what's gonna be super fun to play with here is the, well, first I'm gonna do some splotches. So we're just gonna go like this, okay? The other side of the brush. And then I'm gonna take this and wash it. Okay, so now I'm gonna do one more splotch using this one to this. So I'm gonna go like that to that, and I'm gonna go like that to that, and then a little red. Grab the red. So I'm gonna take that, that, and that, and that, and that. All right, now what I want to do is just all right, I think we have a pretty decent color backdrop. I'm gonna roll with that. There's some swirls on here, so boom, boom, boom. Okay, again, boom, boom, boom. Maybe you want to do a few more big spirals, but I'm just gonna do like a zigzaggy one, like a ziggy, zaggy, ziggy, ziggy, and another one. Fun thing to do with this, probably just try, well, not necessarily, but just try taking the blue and getting it to come across a little more. All right, let's try and get the blue to come across a little more. Blue to come across a little more. All right. Blue to come across a little more. Splatter. There we go. Splatter, splatter. All right, and that gives us a chance to start now and out from here, spiral out. Again, splatter, splatter. Roll with that. Maybe a little more spiraling on this blue part, just to get a little red spiraling happening on the blue. And on here. There, that's good. That gives some contrast in the middle with the red. And I'm going to do names on this now later. I'm turning this around. I'm letting the air dry it until I'm done writing way later tonight. And even let the tree have a little bit of influence. Just time to take some of these brushes off. Back to writing. On those canvases. So there's going to be a long period of drying. Thanks for joining me as I create my first canvas piece painting. And it's something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. I actually had a dream recently that I was painting a really big piece on canvas, and it was a lot bigger than the one that I'm painting today, but the dream was the thing that sparked the whole idea, and now I'm going to put it into action and make it a reality. Cheers.